shirt.
Hey, Joe.
What's wrong with him? What?
I think we're
talking
recording.
to the goofball.
Oh, get rid of him.
Get out of here, Rodney.
Beat it.
We need a new entrance.
I wandered so aimless, life filled with sin. I wouldn't let my dear Savior.
You know, it's been a while and you ain't got no better.
Jesus Christ. I've been practicing.
I've
been practicing.
Bullshit, you have not.
Bet me buckwheat.
I'll bet you buckwheat.
I have been.
Where?
In the shower.
I know better. That suit will allow you to sing in the shower.
No more.
It's too close to your bedroom.
No, we got separate bedrooms.
No wonder she won't have sex with you, Mercy.
We have hall sex, Joe. You know what hall sex is?
What?
We both say "fuck you" as we pass in the hall. Are you?
I like that.
Where the hell have you been, Joe?
I've been busy.
This is the first radio show we've done in about 8 years.
I've been sick.
You have been.
We'll
sick.
talk about that.
Yeah.
You want me to turn this off?
I'll ease it down. See, I'm a professional, Joe.
Stop.
You, sir, are a minion.
Stop. Turn it back up now so we can hear the other stuff like this.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to miss that, boy.
Stuff.
Woo!
Anyway, yeah, I've been sick. No, I was. You want to talk about that or not?
Yeah. You're like Robin Quivers on Howard Stern.
Why is that?
She was out for 1.5 years because of cancer. You know Howard and Robin?
Yeah, I know Robin.
She hasn't been there in 1.5 years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I never listened to Howard anymore.
I don't either, but she was back yesterday, and I saw him on the Today Show. So you've had cancer.
I had cancer.
Bessler, come check and make sure we're recording.
Are we recording?
I clicked on the big red button.
Sure looks like it.
Oh, in other words, you don't know.
Close enough. Well, looks like it. Maybe not.
You got signal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't know what all this horse shit is. This one used to be on the old one. Back before Joe had the big C.
Yeah.
It's Joe's.
Huh?
That's all my fault.
It is your
It is
fault.
not my fault.
It's your fault.
It's his fault.
Oh, he don't know. Okay, beat it, Bessler. So
anyway, I had kidney cancer.
had kidney cancer.
Well, you know the story, but you may tell the story?
Yeah.
Woke up one morning.
Hold on, I'm getting an important text from maybe Troy Aikman.
Oh, bullshit.
Bet me.
Anyway.
Let's
Who is
see. Valerie, the bartender.
It's-
Hi, Val.
Was it penis enlargement seminar?
Excuse me.
You ought to go.
Excuse me. There's some
What?
things we don't talk about on the radio, Joe. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. Cancer. Get back to cancer.
Story was, woke up one morning and had a pain in my back on my left side.
I woke up one morning and I got myself a beer.
Tell this or not?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, so I thought, well, this ain't right. So I went to my doctor. Doctor said, you got a kidney stone. Oh, okay. What does that mean? He said, well, it's going to hurt. He said, but go over to the hospital, get a CAT scan. Let's see how big it is. He said, because if it's big, if you got one of these like big boulder ones, you know, if I'm an overachiever, so I expected to have a big boulder one.
Yeah.
So anyway, he said, then we got to like go in and blast it and break it up so you can pee it out.
Right.
Okay. Went to the hospital, got a CAT scan, didn't think anything about it, headed home. Driving in the car, the phone rang. It was my doctor. He said, come back to my office. I said, why? He said, just come back to my office. Okay. Went back to his office, walked in. He said, do you want the good news or the bad news first? I said, well, give me the good news. He said, the good news is you got a kidney stone. I said, that's the good news? I said, what's the bad news? He said, you also got cancer. He said, in your other kidney on the right-hand side, he said, you got a big growth, cancer. And I said, how do you know it's cancer? He said, looks like cancer, smells like cancer. He said, we just know it is. He said,
Right.
It can't be anything else. He said, but you want to go to the best doctor in the world? I said, absolutely. He said, well, fortunately, he's here in Dallas. I'll refer you to him. You can go to Dr. Catadoo. I love this guy. Anyway, went to doctor, and he said, but you can't get in to see him for a while. He said he's busy, you know, giving speeches.
So this is where I got screwed on the Sturgis trip.
Yeah. So anyway, called up. That was on a Tuesday, and I'm thinking, okay, it takes 30, 45 days to get in to see this guy. Called up, and I said, can I see Dr. Catadoo? And they go, yeah, we just had a cancellation. We'll see you on Thursday. So, holy crap. So anyway, went to see Dr. Catadoo on Thursday. He said, yep, you got cancer. And he told me all the deals. We can take out your kidney. We can cut part of it out. We'll see. He said, I think I can do it. You know, he said, I can take out just the cancer, get it off, save half your kidney. You'll be fine. great. He said, but I can't do it till the end of July. And he said, I'm going to Europe giving speeches. I'll be gone. Don't want to do it before I leave. I want to be here after it happens. I said, okay. So anyway, long story short is, had it on July 29th, went in on 7 o'clock that morning. You were out of town. You left town. Where were you, Iowa?
No, I was in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, so got up early, surgery at 7, out by like 11.
Right.
And came in. They got it all. They did it robotically. That's what's weird, is the doctor's sitting like way on the other side of the room with like these little joysticks. And they cut like 3 or 4 little holes in, and these robots go in.
I wonder why they use robots. Why would you use that instead of your hands?
He told me, because your hands are this big. He said the robot's the size of your pen.
Right.
And so he said, and they fully articulate. That's the difference in the orthoscopic.
They can spin all the way.
They can spin around, and they can go up behind your organs without moving them much. I mean, they can get up in stuff, and they're little bitty and do everything that they're doing.
You know, it would... That makes sense, but I wonder if it would make better sense to get like some little squirrels, because squirrels have those little bitty hands.
But their arms aren't very long.
Oh, yeah, they
That's the difference. They got little, tiny little arms.
Shoot, I thought I had the perfect deal. You can scrub up a squirrel, see?
They're kind of like squirrel arms. The robotic stuff is kind of like squirrel arms, just longer.
Oh, okay.
They're like little bitty things. They get up in. But he said when you normally they go in, they open up your guts, they take your kidneys and they kind of pile them over here. Then they do what they do, and then they pile them back. In this, everything kind of stays in place. So typically, recovery for my surgery in the old days would have been 4 to 6 weeks. I was out of the hospital in 3 days, and back to work a week later.
Yeah.
So it was great.
So the inside was Joe's father died at 59 years old.
Yeah, of a heart attack.
And Joe's grandpa died
59
at 59 years old.
Heart attack. You're putting a jinx on me.
So
if
the
I
last
die when I'm 59, it's your damn fault.
What have we been saying for the last 30 years? I've been saying that you got till you're 59.
Yeah.
So we played golf a couple of days before he went in for the surgery.
Yeah.
And he was, we were teasing around and stuff, and then he got kind of serious, and he said, if I died now, Bundy won't even remember me because he's only 2.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's true.
Yeah, he really wouldn't.
So I detected a note of feeling sorry for himself. So I thought
sorry for myself. I was just being retrospective.
So I thought I better get him out of it, and I said, well, you're not going to die now. He said, how do you know? And I said, you're only 57. You got 2 more years to live.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I die at 59, Bundy will only be 4.
Well, trust me, I wouldn't think about that. I would just take a lot of pictures and keep a diary, and
What is wrong with you?
I'm just trying to cheer you up.
Yeah, you're a great cheer up. I'm surprised you're not handing me a gun with a bullet.
You got 1.5 years.
Now, well, you're the one that ought to be sad. Who's going to put up with you if I'm gone?
I said nobody.
Because you're not. Now you don't want to play golf with your brother. You don't like playing with him.
I love playing golf with my brother, Joe.
Not what you told me.
That is what I told you. I said he's too competitive.
Yeah, you did. That's what you said. You said it's like he said if he don't win, then he's mad.
Yeah. Or if he plays bad, he's mad. It's just a game. That's what I tell Rand. It's just a game.
So anyway, that's part of why we've been off for a while is
right.
I've been sick. But I'm all better now. I feel good.
No, if I could play golf with you and Rand every day, that would be good.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah. But since then, you have been all over the world.
Went to Australia.
Well, you went to Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
You went to Iowa.
Yeah, went to Sturgis.
And I didn't get to go to Sturgis. That's what you're talking about. I did since my surgery was right before Sturgis. I couldn't go. So this is the first time I've missed Sturgis since 91 or 90.
Long time.
Yeah, something like that. So, no, I missed 1 year a while back, but I don't remember what that was for. What are you doing?
I'm texting.
Turn that off. Oh, you finally got one of the new phones, too.
What do you mean, finally? I'm a trendsetter. I've had this thing for 3 years.
Oh,
it's only been out
6 months.
Yeah, that's when I got it.
Okay.
So
you went to Iowa.
I went to Iowa for the American Victory Rally.
Yeah.
And we showed off our new parts, and it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Came back, and I went to Sturgis.
Yeah.
Or that was Sturgis first.
No, I think you went to
Iowa, then Sturgis.
Yeah.
Got into the Hall of Fame deal there.
Right.
Took Biggin with me. It was great. Took Biggin to Iowa. That was great.
Yeah.
Got back from Sturgis.
Only part that wasn't good about Iowa, isn't that where we when Gary wrecked your truck?
Yeah, Gary wrecked
Iowa?
my truck.
I think every time your guys go somewhere, they wreck your truck.
No, just him.
No, Meathead used to do it too.
Yeah, well, that didn't turn out so good for him. So then I went to Washington, D.C. for a victory thing.
Yeah.
That was great. If that whole, now we're going through all this horse shit about the government shutdown.
Yeah.
If only it could have happened when I was there, I could have worked that deal out while I was up there.
That's true. How it worked out, like getting it. So you'd have went in and talked to Obama?
No, I'd have done the same thing that we did when they come to Dallas.
Shot him?
I didn't, Joe.
I'm just wondering.
Excuse me.
Hey, did you see the
What
deal?
did you say about if Obama would come to Dallas?
I didn't say
Dallas
it. You
would be
said it.
2 for 2.
That's right. 2 for 2. Hey, did you see the deal on Facebook? It said government layoffs. We can start with 535. They ought to be the first layoffs, which is Congress.
Do you know?
That ought to be the first.
Do
layoff.
you know what Marilyn Monroe and Lee Harvey Oswald have in common?
Yeah, you told me a couple of weeks ago, but go ahead, tell them.
They both banged Kennedy. Lee Harvey banged him last, though. Bang, bang, bang.
The FBI is probably going to show up here any minute.
Well, send them in. Call my brother. You got a problem? Call my freaking brother. He's my attorney of record.
Hey, there you go.
That's a magic bullet, Joe.
Got him. Okay.
Got him.
Anyway, so
Mary Jo got me a newspaper that I'm going to frame, and it shows a picture of Kennedy and
what's that day? November 23rd.
Yeah, it was the day after, and it shows Johnson, and it says Kennedy slain on Dallas Street.
Yeah. And then you went to Australia.
I went to Australia for a victory thing, which was
Thank God for victory. You'd never get out of the house.
yeah. No, I'd make it to Harry Hines every day. That's it.
Yeah, thank God
Well,
for victory.
I'm still waiting on Kate Hudson and Kate Upton and Pam Anderson and them to call me, but I'm not getting that call.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
Don't do it.
I'd go on to the victory trips.
No, I did.
So tell me about Australia.
We're in Sydney. Sydney is like 4.5 million people.
Set this up. You went, and then the love of your life went. Your wife. No, Sue didn't go. She said, "Wait a minute. 18 hours on an airplane with Fairless.
19
hours on the airplane with Fairless in coach. Too cheap to upgrade.
$5,000 a ticket for $10,000. I'll ride in a fucking coach.
Then I got to spend a week with people that don't speak English.
No, they speak English over there.
Not really.
It's not a good kind. They speak that old Queen's English.
Yeah. And then I got to fly 19. So Sue said, I ain't going.
So I took my cousin Deanna, who's like a sister to me, and my brother, and I took my attorney.
That's your brother.
Yeah, and his wife.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was good. I mean, we played golf right on the ocean.
So the wind blew 40 miles an hour every day?
Yeah. On the ocean.
Yeah. Well, it always blows on the ocean.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
So it was cool, and when we were at one of the golf clubs, and they talk that funny Queen's English, and they're talking, and the guy said something, and I said, "What's that?" He said it again, and Rand said, "I'm sorry, I can't understand you." And the guy said, "Do you not understand me? Do you not understand English?" And I said, "Listen, we're from Texas. We don't talk so fast. Slow her down a little. Slow her down." So then he started mocking us, and he said, "Okay, let me see if I can talk like you." And I said, "Thank you."
Now we understand you.
Now we understand you, you rude prick. But Sydney is a huge city.
Yeah.
And
was it a pretty place?
Beautiful. Yeah. We stayed on the 32nd floor of the Four Seasons, which I'll pull it up and you can show it on there.
Okay.
Overlooking that Opry House.
Yeah.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful.
Were they as excited about you coming as they were Oprah?
Oh, more excited.
Really?
Oh my God.
The big crowd.
Oh my God.
Because when Oprah went, I mean, they rolled out the red carpet.
Yeah, me too, Joe. I mean, they gave me the high treatment.
Yeah.
It was good.
We ought to start calling you Ripra.
How about Dash Riprock? Remember from the Flintstones?
Yeah.
They had that Dash
Riprock.
Riprock.
For a picture?
Yeah, I'm looking for a picture of the My hotel
Well,
room.
let's just do this. Everybody that's on there.
Here it
it's on
is.
the computer anyway.
Oh, shut up.
Google Sydney Opera House, and you can see this same picture.
No, that's my view out the window.
Okay.
Put it on there. I'll tell you when.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is on my iPhone 5. Tilt it a little bit, Joe. There you go. There you go. That was my view out of the 32nd floor of the Four Seasons. That Opry House is really cool. Oh, I'm getting seasick. Oh, put it up, stupid.
An earthquake.
Oh, it's an earthquake in fucking Australia. So it was cool. We went to that opera house to see a musical.
Yeah. What musical?
It was bad. It was
What
bad.
musical?
It's
What
called
was
the
it?
South Pacific.
South Pacific's a classic play.
I know
classic
it's
musical.
horrible. All they
It's
did
not
was
horrible.
dance and sing and jump around.
Wait a minute. When somebody said, "Let's go see a musical," what did you think they were going to do?
I thought it was like a musical on TV where they only sang about a third of the time. I didn't know the whole thing was
Whole
singing.
damn thing.
They talk and singing. So,
You know that's a classic play.
no, I don't know it. It ain't classic
It
by
is.
my
South
definition.
Pacific is a classic.
So it was me and Rand and Dee and Cheryl.
Yeah.
The two girls were in the middle. Me and Ed was on each end. So, it was like I had bamboo shoots by them Chinese on my fingernails. So I fell asleep, woke up, fell asleep, woke up. So finally the lights came on. And I popped up and I said, "Thank God that's over." My cousin said,
Sit down,
It's only intermission. And I said, "Oh, motherfucker." And Cheryl said, Rand's wife said, "You boys go back to the hotel. You both been asleep for an hour and a half. Go." We left.
You did?
Oh my
so
God.
You didn't see the end of it?
No. I didn't see any of it other than the first 10 minutes, and I was sick of it. I swear it was horrible. Do you like a musical?
Some of them, yeah. I mean, if I went to Australia, like when Cheryl and I went to London, we went to see.
Did you go to the cavern?
We went to the theater district down in London, and we saw the one about the Wizard of Oz. The other one, I forget what it's called. Anyway, we saw that one. We saw several plays. And yeah, I like them.
The only kind I liked, you remember when me and you and Sue and Cheryl went and saw
When Roy Rogers came to town, that one.
Janice, loved Janice, the Janis Joplin musical.
Oh yeah, down at the Majestic.
That was good.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff I like.
And then we went and saw Paul McCartney in concert.
We did.
But you and Sue, that's back when you liked each other, and
We
were actually
still-
you were both drunk and you were making out the whole time. Cheryl looked.
Why
at
do
me
you got to say everything you know?
Cheryl looked at me and she
How
goes,
you and your wife getting along?
"Why don't they get a room?"
How you and we got one. Actually, we got two. How are you and your wife getting along?
Fine, we're fine. All we do is chase Bundy. Chase Bundy.
So her mother-in-law comes over on a regular basis.
Not that often.
Y'all get along good now.
We're fine. Yeah.
Good.
Everybody's focused on Bundy.
Well, let me ask you this: Is your father-in-law still banging that girl that was a friend?
I have no idea. I don't ask.
Why don't you ask him?
Because I don't want to know.
Maybe she got a daughter, and you can go on the buddy system.
I don't want to know. I don't have time or the energy or the inclination.
Well,
I'm off of white women.
Ask your wife.
I am off of white women.
She might not be a white woman.
Well, she is, and I'm off of them. I'm just staying away from white women
No,
under
kidding.
any circumstance.
Now, that is the one rule, and I tell people when I'm giving a tour, you're welcome to listen to the show, but do not let the white women listen to the show.
Right.
They're
And I think some of them are sneaking in.
They're too easily offended, Joe.
I think Scooter's wife Laura listens. She was.
I
listening
don't know
there
if
for a
I'd
while.
classify her as white.
Well, she's a Yankee.
Yeah,
If you
but that's
pick
even worse. That's
Is it?
like Hillary.
Yeah.
Where's Hillary from?
Arkansas.
Yeah, that's about Yankee
Now,
son of a
you
bitch
know what?
there.
I don't think Hillary's originally from Arkansas. I think she snuck down to Arkansas with Bill. I think she's originally from
It's like
Connecticut
sneaking out
or
the
something.
window with your boyfriend,
Yeah.
only they sneak out the window to Arkansas.
Yeah.
What about, they were talking about his daughter.
Chelsea?
She's pretty smart. His daughter might make a good president.
Have you lost your mind?
What's wrong with her?
She's a Democrat.
What was Reagan?
A Republican.
What was Kennedy?
A Democrat.
We got his ass, didn't we? Bang! Said Lee Harvey.
Yeah. What?
Didn't we have some good Republican? Did we have some good Democrat?
George, no.
What was Washington? That was
Back
before
then it
they.
didn't matter. Yeah.
What was Lincoln?
He was Republican.
Yeah, but Roosevelt was switched.
A Democrat.
No, he was in the Bull Moose Party there at the end.
Well, it depends on which Roosevelt you're talking about.
Teddy.
I don't know what he was in.
Theodore.
Anyway, I think maybe the Bull Moose Party was kind of like the Tea Party.
Was there never no good Democrat?
No.
So you had old Carter.
Yeah.
No.
And then there's Clinton.
No.
And there's Obama.
No, hell no.
And then, no.
Who was
Kennedy.
No.
Yeah. That's it.
What was Goldwater?
He was Republican.
Oh,
no, Goldwater was a Democrat because he ran against Nixon.
Oh.
No, he ran against Johnson.
I think he ran against everybody.
Johnson was a Democrat. Goldwater was Republican. That's right. But he got beat by Johnson. You know?
Texas boy.
Yeah.
So what's the latest on Kate Upton?
I have no clue.
She's on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Yeah. You got it?
No, but she's on it, and it's not the swimsuit issue.
What's she doing on there then?
There's two brothers that play for the Atlanta Braves, and their last name is Upton.
Yeah.
And she's in there with them. Three Uptons.
Is she kin to them?
Huh?
Is she kin to them?
No, they're black.
That don't mean she's not kin to them.
Well, it doesn't mean she's not kin to them. I assume she's not kin to them.
Okay, you're making an assumption.
I'm making an assumption.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, you missed a good time in Australia. You missed a good time in Sturgis.
I'll be back at Sturgis this next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, who knows?
Right.
I got my T-shirts. I finally got my T-shirts like 2 days ago.
And then I gave you a shirt the other day, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did too.
So you finally got your T-shirts from Scooter?
Yeah. So they sent me my T-shirts. Actually, they came from Donnie. Donnie actually sent them.
Good.
And I appreciate that. Those are good-looking T-shirts this year.
They are.
Did you see what it was? I didn't pay that because I didn't see the T-shirts. Had a bagger that said, and then an old FXR, and it said 2013 was the bagger, and 1978 was the FXR.
Right.
I thought that was kind of cool.
I just bought an FXR.
Yeah, me too.
82.
I saw that. That's a good-looking bag. And you're going to customize it like back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Kind of stuff?
Yeah.
How are you going to paint it?
I don't know yet.
But the shovel head. It's the original year of FXRs.
Yeah.
So they made them. I guess they made a shovel head FXR 2 years, 82 and 83.
I think in 84 they made both.
Did they?
Yeah, I think in 84 they made some shovels and some Evos. Yeah.
Huh. That's a good-looking bag.
So what else has been going on? Bundy, how's Bundy doing?
Growing up real fast.
Is he?
Yeah, he's yakking and talking. I mean, he carries on a conversation now. But he has discovered there for the longest time, from the time he was born up until the last week or so, he ate vegetables and, he really ate really healthy. And he liked that stuff. You give him some asparagus and some broccoli, he loved it. Guess what? Mom took him to the grocery store like Sunday or Monday or something. And here he comes home. Had a box in his arms. Guess what it was?
Twinkies or
Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops.
He loves Fruit Loops now.
Does
so
he?
like every morning I'd get up and I'd make him a waffle and I'd fix him an egg.
Now he wants Fruit Loops.
Now every morning. This morning, here's the deal. This morning he goes up and he goes, Dad, let's have some fruit. And I said, well, okay, Bundy, that'd be great. I'll make you some fruit this morning. He goes, yeah, Fruit Loops. So he's all excited about his Fruit Loops. So all week this week he's been eating Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops.
He loves them.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with Fruit Loops.
No, but they're pure sugar. He's just
I'm
sure. Whoa. So anyway, no, he's doing really, really good, yakking and talking and playing.
Right.
And we're taking him out this weekend. This weekend is the Good Guys thing. Starts tomorrow.
Right.
So getting the Nomad out. And
we're talking about rain for tomorrow. For
a little bit, 30% chance or something on Saturday.
We got a couple of rides that are going on. The Stevie Ray Vaughan ride, and then Buffalo.
You ought to come out there to the Good Guys thing.
I can if I got a joint full of people here.
Well, come out there for a little while.
It takes you a freaking hour to get there.
Well, that takes a while to get over there.
It does. It's 45 minutes to get there from
that's
here.
True. Yeah. Well, we're going to take the Nomad. We're going to go out fairly early Saturday morning.
Have you been driving a Nomad any?
Some, yeah. We drove it a couple of weeks ago. We actually took it to a little car show thing down the street. So, no, it drives really, really good. Got Bundy a special car seat in it, so he stays in there all the time. And the difference, like in my car, he can't, the way the car is, it's hard for him to get up. There's not any room to get up. You have to kind of put him in the car seat. In the Nomad, what's happening?
I'm looking to see if I know how to.
The Nomad, I go up the door. It's got so much room. He can flop the seat forward. He gets up and he climbs up and gets in his own car seat. He's ready to go.
Well, my grandbaby's been hanging out with us. She's 2.
That's what you ought to do. You ought to bring Bliss and come to the car show.
She's so full of shit. She is so full of shit.
Wow, what's she do?
Oh, she calls me Papa. She calls Sue Grandma, and I keep trying to tell her to call me Grandpa. And she'll call me.
Do it?
No, she will. She'll call me Grandpa, and then next thing you know, it's Papa again.
Yeah.
But she just she loves Alice. Loves to tell Alice, "No, Alice," and then she'll tell Alice, "Sit."
That dumb dog of yours don't know sit.
She does. Yeah, Alice does.
Really?
Alice is actually a really smart dog. She's really good at that stuff. So she spent the night with us the other night. Her mom was moving.
And y'all let her sleep with y'all?
Yep. So me and Sue and Alice and Bliss.
What time do y'all put her to bed?
Well, she went to bed at the same time we went to bed, about 9 o'clock.
Okay. Well, that's about what time Bundy goes to bed. We put him in bed about 8:30.
Yeah. So.
Did you bathe her and do all that? Did y'all have the bath and brush her teeth?
Sue did all that before I got home.
Okay. Yeah, because you got to do all that. We got a routine.
Joe, I've had 5 kids.
I don't mean you were brushing their teeth.
I was brushing their teeth. I did everything. I know how all that game is played, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't it seem like yesterday that Biggin was that age?
Oh, I can remember her running around. She didn't come up to your knee hardly.
No, she was the baby.
I can remember that.
Yeah. No, it's it goes by in a hurry.
Memory I have is come over to your house, and she'd run around with her hair on fire.
Yeah.
She'd run over there, and then she'd be up on the trampoline, and she'd jump over, and she'd come back, Dad. Then she'd go do something else.
That's when I had that house with 3 acres on it out there.
Out in Irving, off 7th Street over there.
Yeah, I tried to get you and Lisa. There was a house behind me that was on a couple of acres for sale.
Yeah.
So you brought your old lady out to look at it, and y'all looked at it, and you said, "Yeah, we really like it. I'll let you know." And I said, "Okay." You called me back about an hour later, and you said, Lisa said, "Hell no."
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
That. The house was not very nice.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't. It was
but
just.
You could have tore it down and fixed it up, but the neighborhood was deteriorating.
Yeah, it was.
That's why you moved out of there.
That's why.
That's what happened. I'd have got stuck back there in the back, and you'd have moved out. Then I'd have still been stuck over there and not been able to sell it. You'd have left me over there.
That house is still back there.
Have you ever drive by it?
Yeah, sometimes.
You ever drive by 7th Street?
Yeah.
And just kind of see what's going on? Who lives there now? Do you know?
Yeah, Davis Crane's daughter.
I don't know Davis Crane.
Davis Crane, the big company, Davis Crane Service.
Oh, well, I don't know them. I know the company.
Yeah, when we were going to the closing, I didn't know, who was buying it.
Right.
And then so these people show up, and it's this man and woman, and they were just normal-looking people. And they were dressed like I'm dressed now. They looked like they couldn't afford to pay attention. And I asked the guy, I said, "You got them financed?" And he said, "They're writing a check." And I said, "Those people are writing a check?" And it was, a couple $100,000.
Right.
And they said, actually it was like $300,000. They said, "Yeah, they're writing a check." And I said, "Dang, it don't look like they have any money." And they said, "Well, actually her father is writing the check." And I said, "Who's her father?"
Yeah.
He said, "Raymond Davis from Davis Crane." And I said, he can write a check for the whole city if he wants it.
Yeah.
That's an old.
So does she just like the property in the house, or?
Yeah, and they got horses.
Oh, well,
so it's 3 acres right in the middle of town. They sold that back acre, and a guy made it a cul-de-sac and built some houses. And so they did. They're smart. They did good.
Yeah,
they did good.
Cool. Well, you've lived in 2 houses since then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you moved over with Sue for a while.
Yeah, and then now where I live now.
Right. Well, 3 houses, because you lived over in the other part of Las Colinas.
Yeah.
Then with Sue.
And then back to Las Colinas.
Yeah. Cool. I'm staying in my house now. I'm in there forever.
Well, I mean, in this house we've been there 10 years.
Yeah.
You only been in your house a year.
Yeah, but I ain't moving again. I'm done.
Yeah, that's what we said.
So anyway, you want to talk about the Cowboys? Or
Uh,
not?
oh, that made me so freaking mad.
Well, they're 2-2,
2-2
and they're at home.
against the best quarterback that's
And
ever
they're
played
seven-
the freaking
they're
game.
at least a 7-point underdog at home. And you get 7 points for being at home.
No, you get 3.
3? I thought
3.
you got 7.
3.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, I mean it's they're playing maybe the best team in football.
I don't know
But
about
you
the
know that-
best quarterback in football.
They're they're 4-0, Jack.
I know.
And there ain't nobody that's been close to them either.
Yeah. Well, they've averaged like 45 points.
So,
We hadn't done that.
no.
And then I was looking at DeMarco Murray. I don't know.
He had one good game.
Had one good game. Basically, his first game, he ran 25 yards.
No.
I can run 25 yards.
Hold on.
I'd be winded,
Hold
but
on.
I could run 25 yards.
Hold on.
What?
You can't run 25 yards. If you do, you could clock it with a calendar.
Well, I'm telling you, I think I could make 25 yards in a game. I think you could make 25 yards in a game.
No, because the first time one of them big old dudes knocked you down, you ain't getting back up.
Well, that may be true. Then the next game he had 175 yards. And in this last game he had 70 yards.
Well, he's played 4 games because we're 2-2.
Well, no.
4 games.
Yeah. Well,
You
wait a
said
minute.
3.
Well, that's all that's got on there. They hadn't updated him yet. They updated him
The
on...
175 yards was on game number 3.
Yeah, okay. Well, first...
It's the
I
internet.
wonder why they don't have him in here. I
It's
don't
the
know why
internet.
don't
They
have
updated him as soon as they hiked the ball.
him. Yeah. Well, they ain't got it updated on the Dallas
We
Cowboys
don't need to
side.
waste time talking about those guys that piss me off.
Well, how bad do you think they're going to get beat this week? They could actually win.
They could.
They could win, but it'd be a fluke of nature.
Dallas has a damn good team. If everybody plays the way they're supposed to play, we have a damn good team. But you
Right.
know what? We said that for 30 years.
Yeah. Well, like I said, our wonderful quarterback that we just paid $100 million to, or some huge number, has won one playoff game. That's pretty good. $100 million for one playoff game win.
So our victory parts is doing real good.
I thought we were talking about the Cowboys.
I'm sick of them.
Okay, well, I'm turning them off.
Sick of them.
Okay, tell me about your victory parts.
They're doing good. Some of them are in the victory catalog.
Yeah.
Some of them are
Well,
in.
you've got 2. I mean, there's the victory in the victory catalog. Then you've also got a whole set of other parts that are in the drag specialties catalog.
Yeah, which is actually in the Parts Unlimited catalog,
Okay.
and what they call the skinny, which is
Right.
the smaller drag catalog
Right.
that comes out quarterly or something.
Yeah. Well, because they didn't have them by the time they did the big catalog.
Right.
But next year they'll be in the big catalog.
Should be, yeah.
Right. So what all do you have?
Floorboards and engine covers and working on some handlebars and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
we've got a lot of cool stuff that we're doing. And we're concentrating on victories because basically
Well, you're a victory dealer.
we're a victory dealer, but there's a jillion victory dealers. Everybody and their brother makes parts for Harleys, including us.
Yeah.
For victories, making custom parts for victories, you have Arlen Ness and me and 3 or 4 other guys.
Right.
Or 5 or 6 other guys. Not very many.
Right.
And I truly believe in the victories, and I truly believe in the
But
the product.
even Arlen's not doing some of the stuff you're doing. Arlen's really doing hand grips and.
Well, but I think his money's in the Harley stuff because
Yeah.
he's one of the guys that's got the Harley deal going and going really good. So
Well,
he's at the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
So now he's he doesn't have to do what we're doing.
One of the things I think was the most creative that you did is that center thing, that piece that blocks behind the engine
Right? Yeah.
that goes in the deal.
It's called an engine closeout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool piece.
It is a cool piece,
I
and
like
that's in the
that.
victory catalog.
And it's one of those pieces that you don't think about, but then when you sit on the back, you go, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool." And I actually kind of like it. I like it both ways. In black, but in chrome, it's like it gives you a whole weird.
Yeah, when it's
perspective.
chrome, it looks like there's a big empty hole there because you're
Right.
seeing a reflection of the primary and the ground and all that,
Right.
so it looks just like it's a clear hole.
Yeah, that's what makes it. That's crazy looking.
Right. So we're doing some stuff with Allstate still.
Are you?
Yeah.
So you building another bike for them?
We're doing a sweepstakes bike. We're going to do a bike that they'll give away for 2014.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
So what bike you building it off of?
I think we're going to do it off of Victory Vegas.
Yeah. And you just finished. Well, you're building. One of your customers is buying
11
victories, and you're customizing all them.
Yeah.
And he's going to put them in all his various showrooms.
Yeah, Mr. Dwayne Barnett,
Right.
who's been a great customer of ours.
That's pretty incredible, that many bikes.
And you know what? This guy's a very smart guy, and he knows that, he sells to contractors.
Right.
He sells, the name of his company is called SSI.
Yeah, he's not selling to the public. He's selling to construction
He's
guys.
selling to contractors, and he knows that, contractors dig cool bikes and all that, and it's just...
Well, and he's a bike guy.
He's a bike guy. He's got lots of custom bikes.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's very
That's
nice.
cool.
Him and his wife are very nice people.
Great customer.
Good people.
And the bikes are turning out cool.
Bikes
I
look
guess you've
really
only
good.
finished one complete one.
One complete one.
No,
We've
there's
done a
2 or
bunch
3
of his
underway.
custom bikes, but we've got one of the 11 done.
Right. I'm talking about the ones that are going to the showroom.
Yeah.
And it's cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. But you're going to do them. I thought you were going to do them all the same, but
No.
they're all going to be a little different.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they'll all be a little different.
That'll be neat.
Just like if you're going to bang 11 different women, you don't want 11 of them that look the same. You want a Pam Anderson and a Kate Upton and a Kate Upshaw and Sandra Bullock. She's a beautiful woman, just fixing to turn 50. And you know who's the pretty one?
Who?
That's old?
Aniston. Oh, Jennifer Aniston? Oh, yeah. She's probably one of the cutest.
Now,
girls.
I do not advocate white women. I'm going to tell you that right now. But let me tell you this.
Yeah.
She got somebody in color in her family tree somewhere.
You think so?
She got a little character in her.
Oh.
She's not just your normal white woman.
I'm not
Testify,
sure that's
Joe.
true. I'm not sure that's true. I think she is now.
You think she's a cracker through and through?
I think she is. She's as cute.
Then how do you get that pretty and that nice and be a
Well, there's the rub. You can be that pretty and be all be
yeah?
a white
No,
woman.
there's a million of them.
But most white women are mean.
They're mean.
She don't seem mean.
They come by it naturally.
She don't seem mean to me.
No,
she
she seems
really, really nice.
She does. That's why I'm saying there has
Now.
to be somebody in her past underneath the rug.
That's
In
keeping
the
her nice. Yeah,
I'm just
I
saying.
can buy off on that. Now she
Just
did run.
saying.
There may be some ugly back there that we don't know. Don't show me that.
Joe,
I've been sick.
it's little
I've been
Ricky.
sick. Look at him. Little Ricky's
Don't
sick.
touch him.
Hey,
Don't touch little Ricky.
Ricky's sick. Look at him. Look at his face.
He don't look so good.
He don't.
Shh, don't say that to little Ricky.
He might need some robotic surgery. Maybe lop off his head.
Call that lobster surgeon that you dealt with.
Yeah, the lob.
No, little Ricky, we'll get you one with the little squirrel hands that can operate on
Little
you.
squirrel hands could do him. Anyway, but Jennifer Aniston did run off Brad Pitt. He did say at some point,
Hey.
I had enough of banging you. I am out of here.
Yeah, but now look who he's with, that Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
She's ugly.
Well,
She is not good looking. She's bone thin. She got some jailhouse tattoos. She had old Billy Joe, what's his name? Billy Bob Thornton's
Yeah.
blood around her neck.
hey.
You remember that?
Yeah.
She's a weirdo, man.
I don't
She
know
keeps adopting all these kids.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. She can afford
Something's-
them, and she can
something's-
support them. If those kids get a good home, that's
She
great.
don't got to support him. She makes his dumb ass take care of them.
How do you know?
He's a house husband.
Brad Pitt is a house.
House husband.
Okay. So he's out there doing the laundry and separating her underwear and putting spray and wash on the stains.
Wiping the
and doing
kid's
that.
ass. All that.
That's what he's doing?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I think they got a nanny or 2 or 3 nannies that are doing that.
He's probably banging them. That's where I'm
That's why
going
he's
with
hanging around?
this.
That's why he's hanging around?
I just never have thought Angelina Jolie was good looking.
I don't either.
She's so.
I would not have left Jennifer Aniston for her. Now, maybe for Kate Upton.
Yeah, maybe.
Because, Kate Upton can do the cat daddy.
Yes, she can.
And I've never seen Jennifer Aniston do the cat daddy.
Jennifer Aniston, if you're
wait a
listening,
minute. Let me
and
see if I can find
we
it.
know she probably listens. Wouldn't you say she listens?
I think they all listen. They're just afraid to let their friends know that they do.
Right.
I think
It's
they
kind of
all
like
listen.
banging a fat chick. It's fun, but you don't want your buddies to know about it.
Yeah, that's the way listening to us is.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, I think that's true.
So,
Hold on, I'm looking for something. You keep talking.
I wandered so a treat for your ears. I wandered so aimless.
Hold on.
You said keep entertaining the clientele. Excuse me, Joe.
Oh, I'm looking for something.
So we got a bunch of new Victory clothes in.
Yeah.
Bunch of new Victory clothes. So you Victory guys, we got apparel. We got a bunch of cool parts. We have a lot of stuff. And you Harley guys. All my guys are Harley Davidson and Victory factory trained technicians. We're going to do you a better job than the Harley shop. We're going to cost you less money than the Harley shop.
I can't.
And if there's one thing you got to know, I got better hair than anybody at the testify, Joe. Better hair than the Harley shop.
I'm still back to the old days when I asked you, do you ever use conditioner?
I do.
It ain't working.
Excuse me.
It's not working. Hey, I'm looking for Kate Upton videos. Holy moly.
We've showed it on here, 8,000. You just go to YouTube and type in Kate Upton. There's about 80,000 of them.
Do you think they get tired of listening to it?
I like the Easter Bunny one. Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail.
Hold on, I'm looking.
Hippity hopping, Kate is on her way. Okay, so
I got the Minions on here. Hear 'em? Hear the Minions?
What you mean midgets?
Minions.
Minions just means
these little yellow guys. That's what they are. They're called Minions.
From what?
From Despicable Me. You hadn't been to see Despicable Me?
No, I don't have any children in my house. I got a grandbaby.
Same thing.
That's my wife. Got to do all that women's work.
Same thing.
I'm going to take her to go fishing and ride in the truck and maybe sneak a cigarette. That's what
I'm
going to
do not give that baby a cigarette.
I'll kill her if I see her with a cigarette, Joe.
Do not give that baby a cigarette.
No, if she can't have a Swisher Sweet, ain't no use for her. Hey, look, a porcupine. Ah!
Oh, no, it's the goose.
The goose.
Hold on. Trying to get signed in here.
Glad you guys doing the show.
Hey, we're talking about how much we'd pay to bang Kate Upton. How much would you be in for?
Well, if it's Joe's money, big money.
Okay, Joe's money. How much?
Thanks, spending my money.
With Joe.
You know I like singles. $12.
$12. One at a time, huh, Goose?
12.
Roger
is wrong
Staubach
with
did
him?
good with 12.
Hold on, I'm still.
So,
Why is this thing messing with me?
I think we've grown older and stupider. Troy Williams keeps asking us about the radio show. Hi, Troy. I still like you, Troy. Joe's, it's not so much.
No, I do.
That ain't what you said off air.
Why do you make shit up?
Because it's fun to see you squall.
I'm not
squeal.
squirming. They know it's not true. They know you're full of crap. I can't get into it.
You know what? I bet we've lost half our listeners and we're down to 5 or 6.
Because we've been off the air so long?
You've been off the air.
Well, but now, I was sick. I got a doctor's note.
I
got a note.
I had worse than that on my eyeball, and I still came to work.
I got a doctor's note.
Remember that time I got bit by a snake?
Chased by an alligator?
Did I miss any radio time? No. I'm a trooper, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm a trooper.
That's true. So what else we got? Where's your girl? Holler at her. See if she's come up with anything.
No, I don't want to holler at her.
Why?
She hadn't been here that long.
We're not going to holler at her like we hollered at Megan?
We will after she gets used to me.
She's not used to you yet?
She ain't used to me
She
yet.
seemed pretty comfortable.
You know what? She does a great job.
Ah.
She does a great job.
Like
but I just told her yesterday to put me some stuff for the radio show. I got her
24 hours?
I got her doing 85,000 things.
Do you?
Here's one of the things I want to do.
What?
Which sounds pretty stupid, but hey.
Hey, look. What time is it? It's 1:45.
Looked at my watch. It was 1:45. I said, ooh, Kate Upton, I know just what to do.
Stop.
You want that to be the new theme song?
No.
I want to write for some non-motorcycle industry magazines.
You said that the other day. You were telling me that.
I'd like to. I enjoy writing. Why couldn't I write for Texas Monthly, or if they give me a subject that they want me to write about, I'd make shit up that goes to anybody else, Joe.
That's true.
I can.
That's true.
The last article I wrote about my whole life, motorcycles have always been there. Through different periods of my life.
Your motorcycle? Very first motorcycle.
When I got my own, I was 9.
Okay.
And I've never been without one since.
Yeah, I think my first one I was 12. No. Yeah, I was about 12.
Rode it to school. And I talk about it in that article, which is on my website now, I think. Maybe it ain't on the website yet, but some other articles are. I talked about when I got laid for the first time.
Yeah.
I was 15 and I had my little Honda 100.
And that got you laid?
It did.
How did that get you laid?
Honda 100 is pretty good when you're 15 years old, Joe.
Well, that's true. And you're 15.
There was a girl that lived in my neighborhood.
What's her name?
Sally Miller.
So she's the one that gave it up? How old was she?
15.
That's too young.
I was only 15 too, you
I
imbecile.
know, but you wouldn't want Bliss when she's 15 doing that.
No, I'd have killed me if I was them.
Well, okay. So why is it okay now?
How old were you?
17.
Oh, you're like an old man.
Yeah, I was
17 years old.
I'd about given up.
Oh my! I was dating hookers at 17 years old.
You know how I got laid the first time?
How?
I let this girl drive my car. That she wanted to drive my car.
Is that when you had the Corvette?
No, I didn't have a Corvette. I had a '66 Impala SS.
Oh, what a waste!
Yeah, that's what I had. But she wanted to drive it because it was all jacked up.
So you said you got to bang me?
Well,
and by the way, I never been banged before.
I didn't tell her that part.
Oh, you did?
But anyway, that's the thing. She goes, well, we can have some good time if you let me drive your car. And I'm going, worth a shot.
On Sally Miller, she never would really pay much attention to me. And she lived in the neighborhood. And then she was looking at my bike one day, and I said, you want to go for a ride? And she said, yeah. Why don't you pick me up after school or whatever? And I said, okay. So I picked her up, went for a ride. And then, I used to ride a lot in the dirt back then, in the trails.
Yeah.
So it's what I talk about in my article. I rode through the woods and stopped, and next thing you know, I'm banging her in the...
Whose idea was it?
It is mine. How
did you approach that? I want to hear your technique here.
We rode, and we stopped in the woods, and it's basically, you okay? Are you enjoying the ride and all that? You want to stretch your legs for a minute and all that? And then I was like a wolf.
I bet.
So right there, I lost my virginity right there in the dirt amongst the sticks and the crickets and the June bugs and the weeds.
I don't want a visual.
Yeah, well... Let's just say it wasn't pretty, Joe.
I'm sure.
So, no, and that's what I talk about is, like when 9/11 hit, I can tell you what bike I was riding. When the new millennium came in, I can tell you what bike I was riding. When I got married, I can tell you what bike I was riding.
I can't remember any of that stuff.
I can.
Huh. Okay, what bike were you riding on 9/11?
My Shovelhead.
How do you know?
No, on 9/11, I was riding my...
What?
Chopper right there. That one.
Oh, that purple one?
Yeah. The one I'm redoing.
Yeah.
On 1999, December 31st, 1999, when the clock struck midnight for January 1st, 2000. Remember, they thought that the banks were going to fail.
The world was going to end.
Yeah. There was a group of us that wanted to be riding at midnight.
Right.
And so we were riding right around downtown Dallas. And I was on my Shovelhead.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, and it was like
68,
70 degrees.
Only had your Shovelhead and your
no, this was in 2000.
2000.
Remember? See, there was 1999,
I
Joe.
remember that.
And then when you get to a new millennium, it goes over.
I got it.
Gotta.
I'm sitting here trying to think where I was. Where was I?
Well, this was at midnight, and you were home with Lisa, I guess. It was a. Do you remember we had a commemorative knife? One of my customers made these commemorative knives, and I think I gave you one.
Yeah.
Remember they were serial numbered and all that.
I'm trying to think why we weren't there. Where we were.
Where were you when the new millennium struck in? New Year's Day 2000. Call Lisa and ask her.
I don't talk to her anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I don't talk to her anymore.
No,
I don't know where I was. Now you got me thinking
about
about
How can you
all
not
this
remember
stuff.
where you were when the new millennium...
I was probably asleep.
Yeah, but I mean, you didn't go anywhere, or
I don't think so.
you scared you was going to lose your?
I thought the world was going to end.
You wanted to go.
I think I started that rumor.
You wanted to go out in your pajamas, huh?
I think I started that rumor. Said if it's going to go out, I want to be covered up in my bed with the covers over my head.
Yeah, I never stay up till midnight, but I did that night. I
seen you stay
wanted
up
to be able to
midnight a few
say when the new millennium came in, I was on my shovelhead riding downtown Dallas.
Yeah.
And I was. And I remember seeing all the only way we knew it was midnight was you saw fireworks going off and all that. Yeah. People was honking horns. And
I do remember where I was the day that Princess Di got killed. I don't know why I remember
I couldn't
that.
even tell you what century it was. Who killed her, Oswald?
No. She had a car wreck.
Oh, that's right.
She had a car wreck.
My wife loves Princess Diana. I could give a shit less.
I was in a hotel in Hot Springs, Arkansas. That's where I was. We were in Hot Springs, Arkansas in a hotel.
I can tell you where I was when...
I think I was with your old boss. I think Philip Baldwin was with us.
I can tell you where I was when... and I bet you know where you were when the verdict came down on O.J.
Yeah, I know exactly where I was.
I was on the border, and I was on my shovelhead again, on my shovelhead, and on the border with Fred Johnson.
I was in a limousine.
And everybody was sick except the bartender, because we had the same bartender. It's a white woman.
Yeah.
And everybody in the bar was just sick about it except her. She was all happy, and then so we never looked at her the same after that.
I was in a limousine in Toronto, Canada.
Oh, big shot. Where are you going to meet the Pope?
No, we were touring properties.
The Prime Minister?
We were touring properties of this group.
You toured properties in a limo?
That day we were, yeah. We were in the back of a limo touring properties in Toronto, Canada. And they pulled over because they said they're about to do the verdict. We were in this area, and they pulled over, and we all sat there. And they did. And we went,
nobody could believe he was not guilty.
Everybody's like, what? So anyway, then we drove off again. So I had nothing we can do about it. Let's go. So we kept going.
Well, it's what's even worse than that was that girl that killed her baby.
There's been a bunch of those.
No, this one was just recently. That girl and her Caitlin. Our 12 listeners are screaming out the girl's name. Casey Anthony. Casey and Kaylee Anthony.
Yeah, my wife could tell you about all that stuff. I don't follow all that stuff.
You don't got to follow it. All you got to do is open your eyes in the morning.
Well, I don't hardly do that. I got Fruit Loops to make.
That's true.
I'm making Fruit Loops and cutting up bananas in the morning. I don't have
time.
Put
bananas? You put bananas in there?
No, I cut them up in a separate little bowl.
I always like bananas in my cereal too.
Because I asked him this morning, "What do you want, Bundy?" I said, "Do you want Fruit Loops or waffles or a banana?"
Fruit.
And he started doing this. He goes, And he said, we actually talked about you this morning. And I said, he goes, all three, Dad.
He wants all three.
All three. He doesn't really want all three, but he just says all three.
Right.
Yeah, this morning I was getting him dressed. We were standing up on his dresser. He's standing there, and he saw those pictures of me and you and Ross and me and you and Norman Brinker.
Right.
And he said, "Who's that, Dad?" And I said, "Well, who's this?" And he said, "That's you, Daddy." And I said, "Well, this is Ross Perot." And he said, "Ross Perot." And he said, "Who's that?" And I said, "Well, that's Norman Brinker." And I said, "Do you know who this is?" And he goes, Uncle Ricky. So he knows. So anyway,
I hadn't seen that squirrel in months.
I know. I need to bring him up here. I'll try to bring him by here tomorrow or Saturday after we head home or something from the
good guys.
Yeah, bring him up here in the Nomad.
You taking Cheryl with you?
I think she's going. She may take a separate car. So if Bundy gets tired or something or whatever.
Is Marty and him coming down for it?
I hadn't talked to him. I don't know if he is or not. So I don't think he is. My brother's going.
Good.
He texted me last night to ask me if I was going. Told him yeah, and he said he just bought his ticket, so he's going to go out there.
Good.
So anyway, how long have we been?
I'd say it's 1:45.
So we've been 24 hours. I got to get out of here and get back to the office.
Yeah.
So
okay, pal.
Okay, what are we doing? How's that? Is that a good one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lonesome Whistle Blow.
Do we have any sponsors anymore? They all give up on us.
Gave up on us. Maybe we should start being sponsored by JoeT. What's those diapers for old people?
Depends.
Geritol, Depends,
I can
and
actually
the
use
National
Depend now
Cancer,
and
the
then.
National Cancer Society, or something.
Now I'm getting arthritis. I'm falling
It's getting
apart.
old. Sucks
But you're as old as me now.
on paper.
Now, what else?
Excuse me.
What else is there other than
When
on
were you?
paper?
How can we be the same age when you were
How
born
old
in?
are you?
I was born in
How old are you?
September.
How old are you?
57.
Okay, how old am I?
57 and a half.
Oh, I'm not 57 and a half.
Bet me buckwheat.
Oh, no, I'm not.
57 and a quarter. Bingo. Give me a quarter.
Okay, a quarter.
Okay. You're 57 and a
Well,
quarter.
you're 57 in a week,
Not even a week.
almost. Saturday.
57 in 5 days.
Well, that's close enough to a quarter. You're the same age I am. Just give it up.
Hell, it ain't fun. It's getting old shit.
I know. Well, it beats the alternative, though. Although sometimes I'm not sure.
Who knows?
Okay, let's get out of here.
Okay, so check out my website, strokersdallas.com.
Anniversary party coming up on
Yeah.
the 11th.
Oh, by the time they hear this, it'll be the 20th anniversary. Bessler.
Well, he hadn't done this in a while. He
Yeah,
had to start all over.
anniversary party is the 11th, 12th, and 13th.
You having a bikini contest?
Or maybe
a
it's
wet
12th,
t-shirt
13th, and
contest?
14th. 12th, 13th, and 14th.
No, it's the 11th and something. I saw on your website.
Oh.
Yeah, I know
It's
it's on
that
the
weekend.
11th.
It's next weekend.
Yeah. So what are you having?
We have a pole dance contest
Oh.
on
Friday.
Friday night. Saturday is
t-shirts.
wet t-shirt. Sunday is bikini.
Okay.
So it should be good. So check out my website, strokersdallas.com. Send me an email, rick@strokersdallas.com.
And then when is Galveston? I gotta
That
get
is
on the
Halloween.
calendar.
It's Halloween. It's that Halloween weekend.
Okay. The 31st?
Yeah, now you coming down there?
I'm planning on it.
We're going to ride down there.
Was it is it November or is it the weekend before Halloween?
No, the Halloween's on a Thursday.
Right.
It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we come home Sunday.
Okay, so it's really the 1st of November.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Biggin are going to ride down there. Are you going to ride down there with us?
Planning on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Planning on it. Okay. Like
Should
we
be
did last
good.
year. She
Yeah.
rode down with us last year.
Put a little music on while we're exiting.
Okay. Okay. Let's
Okay.
Get out of here.
Well, I appreciate it.
We're going to
This
start doing this more often.
this
again.
has been Rick and Joe. I forgot the entrance that we do. It's been so freaking long.
Rick and JoeT
This has
Dumbass
been
Club.
Rick and JoeT Dumbass Club coming to you almost live from almost downtown Dallas
Where the time is always 1:45. Time has stood still in this room.
in the CHUMP studios where the current time is
1:45.
1:45.
This is an hour of your life. You'll
Joe,
never
I'm
get
glad to have you back in the studio.
back. Me too.
Are you
I
going
enjoy these.
Will you start doing it once a week?
Yeah.
We'll even. I'm going to make my new girl do some prep work, or else my new girl will be. What was the girl's name that worked here for about 2 weeks, and then we?
I don't remember.
No, this girl is really good.
Jennifer. She seems like
Jennifer
a nice girl.
is. Jennifer is
Can't
really
remember her
good. I'm glad to have her. I hired another girl to work for me in RF custom parts,
Doing what?
helping Rodney and helping me develop new parts. She's a little
Helping
gearhead.
Rodney take a nap?
No, she flips the channels where Rodney. Hey, here's Alice.
Alice!
What are you doing? Come here. Come here, buddy. We better go. Gotta go.
Gotta go.
Bye.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue. I got Alice.